Now on KGW News, customers duck for cover as an armed robber takes off with cash, and police say the same people hit nearly a dozen businesses.
So I was like, oh man, this is crazy. It's not just me.
Plus, parents worry as another school district braces for budget cuts.
Yeah, it's frustrating. We pay a lot in taxes. Where does all that money go in?
And should students have access to their phones in school?
The school board is asking a lot for students.
The two options Portland's considering to get kids to disconnect. Then later,
put on your big boy pants, pass your own bill.
Finger pointing on Capitol Hill as lawmakers fail to pass a bill to keep the government from shutting down tomorrow. First tonight, an 18-day crime spree and dozens of charges. Thank you for joining us here at 11. I'm Christine Pedawanich. A couple is in jail, accused of more than 50 crimes each for a series of robberies across the metro area. Devin Haskins has the story.
I'm finding that you evidence that you've committed a violent felony and you're going to remain in custody.
Jessica Martin appeared in Multnomah County Court this week, charged with 52 crimes after police say she and her boyfriend, Carlos Martin, robbed multiple bars and restaurants in both Gresham and Portland. Court documents say the robberies first started on October 11th at the Daily Double Inn on Northeast 162nd. Then, over the next 18 days, 11 businesses were robbed, each at gunpoint, taking thousands of dollars in cash.
This is the worst, at gunpoint, yeah.
Neil Chan is the owner of Epic Sports Bar on Division. His bar was robbed on October 29th, 2 days before the couple were arrested.
It's quick. It was like less than a minute, half 2 minutes.
His security camera captured a man in a red sweatshirt walk up to the bartender and point a gun in her direction. He also points the gun at the customers, who duck down. He grabs the till and walks out. Police say the man in the red sweatshirt is Carlos Martin. You then see him run out to a car out front and someone else drive off. Chan says he lost more than $4,000 that day.
It's significant, like it hurts. It's a small business, it just takes you back like months on your whole business, to recover.
At each of the 11 businesses robbed, police lay out a similar scenario. In some cases, only one person walked in and robbed the place at gunpoint. In others, witnesses reported two males demanding money, with a woman in the driver's seat of the car waiting outside.
So I was like, oh man, this is crazy. It's not just me. It's tough. I mean, it's a lot of money.
Gresham police say a third person was arrested in mid-October for playing a part in some of the robberies, but not as many as what Martin and Martin are being accused of. In Southeast Portland, I'm Devin Haskins, KGW News.
And a strange story out of Albany, where a sex offender is accused of posing as a teenage girl and trying to enroll in school. Police say Michaela Craig, who's actually 27, gave a false name and date of birth to try to enroll at the high school in Albany last week. The school district notified police. Craig was arrested that same day and charged with computer crimes, second-degree forgery, and false swearing. She's expected in court next month. Now let's get you caught up on some of tonight's other headlines. Portland police made arrests in drug busts spanning several neighborhoods, including Goose Hollow, Old Town, Inner Southeast, and the South Park blocks. Officers also focused on Northwest Johnson and Kearney from 14th to 16th Avenues yesterday. It resulted in 4 warrant arrests, as well as 1 arrest for possession or distribution of fentanyl and meth. Officers also seized nearly 200 grams of drugs. Lincoln County now, where officials are denouncing a racist letter sent to several city leaders earlier this week. The letter is titled The Brown Roundup Part 1. It says starting in late January, the, quote, largest roundup of brown illegals in our history, end quote, will happen. Then it explains how to help that effort. City leaders, including the mayors of both Lincoln City and Toledo, Oregon, a small coastal town just outside Newport, received the letters at their homes.
In Lincoln County, I don't think I've ever had a conversation about illegal immigration. And I've lived in Lincoln County for 28 years. So this was striking to me because I don't hear anything about this from even our constituents.
This morning, the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office released a statement saying the letters are harmful, divisive, and inconsistent with community values. And Pacific Power customers can expect their rates to go up when the new year starts, but not as much as the company wanted. Pacificor, which owns Pacific Power, initially requested an 18% rate hike. But the Oregon Public Utility Commission has approved a hike of 8.5% instead. That's around $14 more a month on your electric bill. We expect a ruling on PGE's rate hike request tomorrow. Taking a step outside now on this Thursday evening, we are looking out live from our Rose City Skycam. Nice night out there. Celine Stevens is here with me now in for Matt. Celine, it's been a drier few days, but when are those showers going to move back in?
Well, as soon as Saturday, Christine. I mean, we saw a little bit of rain moving through the area this evening, and then tomorrow is the same story, but the real rain returns on Saturday. Right now, we're sitting at 50 degrees, a lot warmer than it's been in the past couple weeks, and looks like those winds at 9 miles per hour. And taking a look at temperatures across the map real fast, 49 in Hillsborough. Same story in Aurora. Temperatures today, again, were very nice. We were even seeing 60s along the coast. Looks like 52 in Newport, 44 degrees in Roseburg. And so over the last few hours, like I mentioned, we had that rain moving through the area. It was pretty brief, just trace amounts. Even along the coast earlier, we did see some more rain there, around 0.2 of an inch. Again, same story as we get into tomorrow. Again, seeing Portland, some rain move through the area. This is not heavy rainfall for the rest of our evening. And again, same story as we get into Saturday, and you'll see it right here. The rain hits the coast in the early afternoon, and then we could see a little bit of moisture move through Portland, likely not a lot until we get to Saturday. That's when that low pressure system moves in, and this is bringing us rain all throughout Saturday. We could see up to 0.4 of an inch by early Sunday morning. Sunday brings another system as well, and then we're going to be seeing rain all the way through Christmas. But as for tomorrow, Friday's a lot like today. 46 in the morning, it's cloudy. We get a chance to see some mostly cloudy skies by around noon, 48 degrees, mid-50s by 4 p.m. And again, a little bit of rain, nothing excessive. That all comes on Saturday. We'll talk all about that in a bit. Christine?
Okay, thank you so much, Celine. New tonight, another area school district is facing tough budget decisions. Lake Oswego announced it's looking at a significant shortfall heading into the 25-26 school year that'll likely mean cuts to programs and staff. John Adams is following the story for us this evening. John, how big is the projected budget deficit?
Well, Christine, Lake Oswego officials say current projections show a roughly $12 million shortfall heading into the next fiscal year, as district officials say funding from the state doesn't keep up with rising costs and PERS increases.
So I'm here really to deliver some grim news.
For the first time in a decade, Lake Oswego schools are looking at a projected budget deficit heading into the next school year. Rising payroll and staffing expenses, along with an increase in mandatory PERS rates, leaves 10% of next year's budget unfunded, roughly $12 million. That deficit will require a reduction in workforce, according to a letter from the district superintendent to educators and support staff on Tuesday. The letter also says the district's financial reserves have been depleted and won't help this time around.
It's concerning. Are we going to lose teachers?
Rob Crow, a parent at Oak Creek Elementary, hopes the cuts won't significantly impact his daughter's education. She started at Oak Creek last spring after Portland's Markham Elementary was damaged in January's ice storm.
We've loved everything about the school. It'll still be a great school, no matter what ultimately happens. But losing teachers or losing staff who are helping with stuff is scary.
Crow says education is a top priority in their family, and he hopes state lawmakers and school districts can ultimately work together to solve budgetary issues seen in schools across the state.
Legislators, districts get on the same page so that our kids don't suffer.
District officials compared the challenges ahead to budget uncertainties faced after the dot-com bubble crash and the Great Recession.
I'm confident we'll make it through this, but it won't be easy.
The district says it will begin notifying certain employees in March if their positions will be eliminated. Staffing decisions for the 25-26 school year will be decided in late April and early May. Christine?
Difficult decisions ahead. Thank you, John. Meanwhile, negotiators for the Tigard-Tualatin School District and the union representing its teachers have reached a new tentative contract. According to the district, the 2-year contract would provide a 4% cost of living adjustment each school year. It also provides yearly increases to health benefits and sets the number of workdays for both years. The agreement would run through June of 2026. Union members will vote on whether to ratify the new contract January 9th. And the Portland Public School Board is expected to implement a district-wide cell phone policy soon. Right now, each school has differing procedures when it comes to cell phones. One of the debates is whether phones should be off and away all day for all students, or if high schoolers should be allowed to access them during lunch. Students at McDaniel and Lincoln say having their phones make them feel safer since they have to deal with problems around schools like drug dealing and homelessness.
I value the school board for bringing up a policy about cell phones being restricted, but I don't think, me personally and from other students, that banning cell phones during the whole day with no exceptions is the right answer.
In a first reading, school board members voted 4-3 in favor of phones being off and away all day for everyone. A final decision will be made in January.